Do you reckon she's my half-sister?
Is there any proof?
Birthday cards and a letter. I'm not going to read the letter, and I don't want a DNA test.
But you want proof. I'm happy.
I want you out of my house! Pack up your stuff. You're leaving now.
Now?
You wouldn't think he'd just been through major heart surgery. To hear him talk, he's in perfect health.
Ah.
You should have heard the response I got when I tried to talk to him about diet and exercise. Oh, this is the man who would live on meat pies if Mum would eat them.
Sounds like she's got her work cut out for her.
The look she gave me at the airport, sheer horror at the thought of being left alone with him.
Will she be okay?
I would have felt better if one of the boys had been there with her.
Boys?
My brothers. I can understand Peter not being there. I mean, he's in London and Mum did tell him not to. David does have kids to think about, but Doug, he only called once and that was it. Sorry, listen to me, going on and on and on. How are you?
Good.
Care to expand on that?
Well, I haven't been near the casino, if that's what you want to know.
So he said on the phone. Well done.
Well, I won't say it was easy.
Evening. Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, don't mind me, I'm not here.
So there were one or two moments of temptation then.
1 or 2, yeah.
Brooke, Maxwell is cooking, so you in?
No, thanks, I'll be at Callum's.
No need to be so nice about it. You're not what I want to have dinner with.
What are you drinking?
Oh, same again, thanks.
And a house white wine for me?
Your room's all ready.
Thanks.
What's going on?
Morgan kicked me out.
What happened?
I told her something that she didn't like hearing, something I should have told her 3 weeks ago.
You're her sister.
Morgan told you. What'd she say?
It was a shock. Of course it was. You're doing the right thing, letting her have some space.
I didn't have a say in the matter.
Maya just asked Nicole back to her place for a back rub.
No, she didn't.
Her body language did.
Why do you even care?
Because Morgan's upset and I want to know why.
It's not because the local lesbo bought her bisexual flatmate a drink. Anyone could have seen that coming.
It's something to do with Nicole, though.
Can we please stop talking about Nicole?
Or the letters.
What letters?
The ones I found in the rubbish bin in the staff room.
Were you on another cleaning attack or what?
No, they were addressed to Morgan and they were signed Dad.
Her dad died years ago. Hang on, she chucked them and you took them out of the bin.
Well, she was crying. I thought she might regret getting rid of them.
Where are they now?
Well, no, I haven't read them.
You're going to, though, aren't you?
No, not necessarily.
Yes, you are. Sooner or later, you won't be able to help yourself. Do yourself a favour, mate. Bin them. She's not your problem anymore.
There we go.
Yum. You are spoiling me.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
The last couple of weeks have been really hard.
Oh, and I missed you too.
I did miss you.
But not as much as you missed gambling. It's okay, I can take it.
I had to throw myself into work instead.
I'm glad I wasn't there for that. When you give 110%, everybody else has to too.
And when I wasn't working, I was at the pub.
Buying drinks for everyone you offended at work.
Yeah, it was a bit like that, yeah. I got on the wrong side of a few people. Brooke was one of them.
That's not hard. Did she have one of her meltdowns?
Well, we had this huge fight.
That I wish I had been here for.
So do I. I ended up kissing her.
Wow. Must have been some fight.
It was only for a second. I knew it was all wrong the moment it happened.
A really smart boyfriend would have known it was all wrong before it happened. She kiss you back?
Actually, she was pretty offended by the whole thing.
Do I even want to know what you were arguing about?
Does it matter?
Not really. Thank you for telling me.
I thought I should. Well, I wanted to.
Good for you. Still hurts, though.
I know.
Listen, I think I might sleep better in my own bed tonight. So, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, I could have easily not told you, but no, I had to be
Look,
honest.
full marks for telling the truth, but no cigar, okay?
Dare I mention the words lemon curd tart? Some in the fridge if you want it.
No thanks.
Righto. What about your laundry? Still in the basket?
Stop it. Please, you're not my wife. And I'm not yours. We haven't been married for 20 years. We don't have grown-up children. And we're not slipping quietly into companionable old age. Or are we? Because that's what it feels like, and I hate it.
You know what we need? A weekend away. Any preferences where? We can go online and book it, or we could be really spontaneous and just turn up at the airport and catch the next flight out. Just as long as it's to Queenstown. Or do we need to go to the international terminal? Are things that bad?
You won't solve the problem by throwing money at it.
Whoa, did Brooke Freeman actually say that?
Where's the passion? That's what I want to know.
Do you think we've lost it?
I think we're in a rut.
Okay, so let's go away for a bit and shake things up, yes?
Sounds good.
Good. We could start practicing now, if you like.
These are yours. I thought you might want them back. Don't worry, I haven't been going through your trash looking for scandal or anything like that. You're not that famous.
I don't want them.
Well, I think you might change your mind about that one day. I couldn't help noticing that they were signed by...
Somebody's written the word daddy, yes. It was probably Nicole.
Have you even read them?
No?
I think you should.
Okay. Thank you.
Kia ora, Shortland Street Hospital, Gerald speaking. Uh-huh.
For your lunch.
Thank you. You're a sweetheart.
I heard you get up in the middle of the night. I thought you might be creeping around looking for a sugar fix.
I couldn't sleep.
I hope you weren't brooding over our little spat.
I had a head full of work, actually.
Ah, one of those nights.
No, it was good. I had a brilliant idea at about 3 a.m.
Ah, well, is it still brilliant this morning? That's the test.
I think so. Do you remember when I fronted up to the media for Maxwell?
Yeah, you did a damn fine job. It's exactly the spin that we wanted.
What if the hospital had a permanent media liaison?
That's important stuff. They'd have to be pretty high up the ladder.
I was thinking 2IC.
Now tell me how to sell it to the DHB.
Don't they like good ideas?
They don't like paying for it, Brooke.
I thought of that. If the position was part-time, it could be managed by one of the HODs.
I can't think who. All I ever hear from them is how overworked they are.
I'd do it. I'd leap at it.
Yeah, and how would that look, Brooke? Boss's girlfriend, second in command. I can just hear Sarah Potts on the subject right now.
She is one person.
And there is TK chipping in.
Some people at the hospital actually respect me. Or is that too hard to believe?
Brooke, it's not about respect. It's about perception. I couldn't risk it. I'd be mad to.
Excuse me. Oh, don't run away. You are all invited to drinks tonight at my place.
Oh, what's the occasion?
Callum's been mulling over a new management position, and he thought that tonight would be a good opportunity to canvass opinion and to thank you all for your hard work at the same time.
Oh, so it's a meeting disguised as a cocktail party?
Well, you know Callum, he likes to keep things informal.
I don't.
Yes, we know. But Chris is always up for a drink and a few hours of shop talk. I'm sure he'd be happy to hold your hand.
Sorry, I promised Sarah I'd take her to dinner.
Yeah, but we haven't made the booking yet, though, eh? You will feed us, won't you?
I'm just off the phone to the caterer.
Okay, we'll be there.
Excellent. 7 o'clock. I will see you there.
Well, I guess the most expensive restaurant in town will have to wait.
Yeah, thanks, Brooke. I'll see you tonight.
Will she?
Drinks tonight, and you're the host.
Ah, who else is coming?
HODs, a few other key players. We don't have to bother with the nurses, do we?
Depends on how charitable you're feeling, I suppose. What brought this on?
Ah, see, I can be spontaneous too.
I was hoping to race through a couple of chapters last night, but JJ was not in the mood. He wanted Dr. Seuss.
Don't knock it. I started on Dr. Zeus and look at me now. You've managed to race ahead of me, though.
There's nothing in it.
Just wish I had more time.
You could always cheat and watch the film. I loved it when I saw it. Now, I found this morning. I thought you might be interested.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the only writer I know.
Oh, one story in my bottom drawer doesn't make me a writer.
It might if you take it out of your bottom drawer and enter it into a competition.
I couldn't. It's too personal. I didn't write it for other people to read.
I've read it.
It's different. You were there when it happened.
Fair enough. But I'm sure you've got other stories in you.
One day, maybe.
If I had a garden shed, I'd lend it to you.
Hey?
It's where she wrote her first novel.
Oh.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hey,
You sleep okay?
I managed to nod off around 2. That's pretty good for me.
Well, as long as you weren't lying there plotting on how to dump your useless boyfriend.
Relax. We're fine.
Really?
In a funny way, you actually went up in my estimation. You told the truth when you didn't have to.
No secrets. That's the rule.
A while ago, I wouldn't have thought you were capable.
Well, I've grown up since then.
Deluded, the pair of them?
I beg your pardon?
I give it 3 months.
It's been that long already.
And they still need an audience to make it seem real. It's pathetic.
What are you doing?
Looking for Janet. I know she's around here somewhere.
She's not. She's up in the bedroom waiting for me.
Hey, no reading after lights out.
What do you think I'm going to do? Take a torch under the bed covers?
Probably.
Oh, I might come to that.
Why are you even bothering? Because my mother said you had to.
I want to. That's great stuff.
Oh, is that good? I might have to read it myself.
You should.
Nah, I'll never get through it.
Got something shorter you could read if you want to.
What?
It's a short story.
By Ben Goodall?
After the hold-up, I couldn't really get it out of my head, so...
You really wrote this?
Yeah. Tell me what you think.
Okay, there is this one, which is 5 years old, but apparently it's timeless, according to the 12-year-old shop girl who sold it to me. Or there's this one, which I only bought last year, but I've never worn, because is it just me or does it kind of scream try hard?
Wear your trackies if you like, babe. You'll still be the best-looking woman there.
You are not helping.
So, where's she off to?
Here?
Oh, sorry, didn't I make it clear? It's HODs only.
Oh, and what department Sarah Potts ahead of?
Well, she did Callum's job for a while, and yours, of course. Given what we're going to be discussing, we can't really ignore that level of experience.
Is she bringing her husband, Brock?
If she does, be polite, try and make him feel welcome.
Oh, so it's only nurses you have a problem with. Did you ask Scotty?
I didn't think there'd be much point with Shanti still sick. Oh, 7:15 on the dot. I know who that will be. Gabrielle.
Oh, our partner.
Not early, are we?
Strictly speaking, we're 15 minutes late.
I told you we'd be the first.
Oh, not quite. Tracy's here. She won't be long. Hi, guys.
Can I get you a drink?
Please.
Was that timeless or try hard? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter, I guess it's what I'm wearing. Hi.
Hi, you look great.
Thank you. See, why couldn't you say something like
I was going to. You look beautiful.
Tracy, when everyone piles in, could you be a darling and pass those around for me? Thanks.
that? Sure.
Well?
Well, it's not exactly what I was expecting. I mean, you hear the words hold up and you think guns and sirens, all that sort of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really like that, though. I mean, it was, but it's just not what I wanted to write about. I was trying to get it how it made me feel, you know?
I get it, and I got that. Well, it's better than anything I could have written anyway, that's for sure.
Put more guns in the next one, eh?
Yeah, did you get a DVD?
Yep.
Oh, I get it. Couldn't make it all the way through the book, so you're cheating. Don't worry, I won't tell Mum.
I'm still going to finish it. I'll be reading it now if you weren't here.
Oh, well, don't let me stop you.
That's not what I mean. I just thought you'd be keen. Look at all the awards it's won.
Oh, it's 3 hours long.
Fine, we won't watch it then.
Oh, just give it here. I'm watching the damn movie.
I want to apologise. Will you let me? I know I've stuffed things up, but I only did what I did because I was scared. Scared of what? Of this? Of you not wanting to know me? Mad, eh? I should have just bowled up and said, hey, I'm your sister. Things couldn't have worked out any worse.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Take your time finding a new flatmate. I've paid up rent for the next few weeks.
Thank you. I'm sure you'll find somewhere really soon.
I won't be looking. Not in Ferndale.
Where will you go?
Back down south, probably. I'm handing in my resignation tomorrow.
Right.
Blame me all you want. I was stupid. But do you know who I think you're really angry at? I'm angry with him too. I wish that I could just go and grab him and drag him here and make him talk to you, but I can't. He's gone. I don't know what's in that letter, but I hope it's something that makes some sort of sense of it for you, because I can't. I'm sorry.
So, I hear you've made the big move. It's all working out all right, I hope?
To tell the truth, I'm still missing my own bed.
It does take a while, doesn't it? Well, I'm very happy for you both.
Thank you. I think he was supposed to curtsy, and don't forget to call her Mum.
How's Daniel getting on in Samoa?
Oh, good, I think. I haven't heard from him for a few days.
Oh, I bet it's hot and sticky. Glorious. I wonder what kind of summer we're going to have. I can't wait.
Any idea what all this is in aid of?
A royal walkabout? I couldn't tell you. Callum, Maxwell wants to know, and so do I. What are we doing here?
Have you ever wondered why Shortland Street doesn't have a media liaison officer?
I can think of a few times when we've needed one.
It would be hard to justify a full-time position, though.
But, like you said this morning, you could make the role part-time and then give it to an HOD. There's a promotion in it for somebody.
A lot more work for somebody, you mean?
So when's this happening?
It's not, necessarily.
But this is a good chance to talk about it. All these big brains in the same room. Something good has to come of it.
Yes, I emailed the order on Thursday, and it always comes the next day. Yes, it was. Well, don't you have a record of it? Sure. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Oh, is it over? What did I miss?
Most of the movie?
Didn't have many laughs in it, did it?
Sorry, I must have got the wrong one. This one was about Janet Frame, the internationally famous writer. You must have wanted the one about Janet Frame, the stand-up comedian.
What's with the attitude?
I told you you didn't have to watch it.
I wanted to.
Why? So you could complain about it afterwards?
Ben?
Ah, it's my fault. I shouldn't have expected you to get it. You didn't get my short story either, did you?
Because I'm too stupid, is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Ben, we are different people. We don't have to like the same things.
I know that.
So what happens when it's my turn to pick the DVD? You watch it, but you pick holes in it and you snigger about the stupid comedy that Tanya made you watch with your mates. And suddenly I'm not even allowed to say I don't like something? What's wrong with you?
I don't know what game you're playing, but I suspect it goes something like this. Get everyone talking about a position that doesn't exist. You apply them with alcohol for a couple of hours and call it a consultation process. You pitch it in such a way that no one in their right mind would want the job except you, of course. Along the way, you get to impress your boss with how respected you are by all of your colleagues. Look at them all chatting happily away in your little apartment. But what they think of you doesn't really matter unless you're expecting a democratic vote at the end of the night. The only one you have to keep on side is me. So you might as well know. I've already decided. Shortland Street doesn't need a media liaison officer, whether it's you or anyone else. That said, thanks for suggesting this little party. I'm having a great time.
Me too.
You read them?
Don't hate me.
No, that's wonderful. You have to tell me what he said.
He just said that he was sorry. You know, for the way things turned out. He was already married when he met your mum, and she had no idea.
And he already had kids.
Then his wife found out and told him that he had to choose. If he didn't stop the affair, then she would make sure he never saw his sons again.
And he knew that Mum was pregnant?
Then his wife got pregnant too.
With Nicole. And he never saw Mum again?
He said he never stopped feeling guilty. He tried to be a good dad to the kids that he had, but he knew there was another one he wasn't there for.
It must have been horrible.
He said he went to your mother's funeral.
Really?
He wanted to talk to you, but he didn't have the guts. He was too ashamed. And then he said how beautiful you were. And how he didn't have any right to feel proud of you, but he was anyway.
You're not just making this up, are you?
He said he loved you.
Was there a memo last week? If there was, I missed it.
Oh, we don't get memos these days. We just get party invitations.
With half a day's notice and no idea what it's all about.
It is safe to say that Brooke may have jumped the gun just a little bit. There is no plan to appoint a permanent 2IC.
Excuse me. It's a damn shame. You'd have been a shoo-in. And your first task could have been putting a positive spin on the tacky way you got the job.
And who are you to talk to me about tacky?
Fair point. I'm not in your league, I know that.
Hey, you guys, let's calm it down, yeah?
Isn't it about time that you were off to the casino?
What's going on, Brooke?
Oh, we were just discussing Maxwell's gambling problem. It's not a secret, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, you were a brave girl going away when you did, though. He could have got up to all sorts of things.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder if I'm the only one who had to fight him off.
Yeah, that's one version of the story. Tell Tracy what really happened.
Or maybe I already know. One little kiss, wasn't it? Or, sorry, was it actually more than that? In someone's imagination?